Good evening, everyone.
Good evening po, sir.
Hello, guys.
Kumusta, sir?
Ayun. Glad you asked, Neil. Okay, so basically, class, we'll have a class right now. Okay, but we'll update you muna mga kaganapan. Okay. So, actually today, I actually resign on my designation as chief in the Disaster Resilience Institute. Kung nagtataka kayo, class, paano ako naging chief and faculty at the same time? Kasi class sa PUP, baka for some reason, unique yung setup ng mga workload sa PUP. For example, full-time faculty, tapos may chance sila na ma-designate to different offices, different offices. For example, yung nangyari sa akin, di ba? I'm from the College of Education. Then I was designated in the Disaster Resilience Institute. That's another office in PUP. Okay. So majority of your faculty in the College of Education are designated. Okay? For example, si Ma'am Soto, di ba? Prof niya si Ma'am Soto. Designated siya as principal sa senior high school. So that's a designation. And marami pa, si Ma'am Rebusquillo, designated din siya sa office. Prof niyo ba si Ma'am Lizelle Rebusquillo? Okay. Designated din siya. Yes. So yun, majority of our faculty members in the College of Education are designated. That is including me. Until today, actually class, I already submitted my resignation as designee. So I'll be a full-time faculty then, effective on Thursday. So mag-render muna ako ng 1 week sa office. So meron pa kaming event sa Wednesday. So there, kasi class, kapag designated ka, you are required to stay in the office from 8 a.m. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And that is outside of the class pa. So imagine Monday to Friday, then 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. sa loob ka ng PUP. So it's really exhausting. I'm not really sure kung paano nila nagagawa yun. But I'm able to survive that kind of setup for 15 months. Kasi April 2021 up until now. So 15 months ako naging designee sa office na yun. So yun, I already submitted my resignation. And now, I can focus entirely on my teaching loads. Kasi nako-compromise talaga yung mga dapat na nasa harapan ako ng mga estudyante na nagtuturo and no choice. Minsan, nag-overtime pa sa office. So yun, we are all exhausted then. Probably that's one of the reasons why yung mga professors, yung mga instructor nyo are not meeting you that much because of the designation. But since yun nga, I already finished my business with that office, the Disaster Resilience Institute, and pumayag naman yung namin, yung director. Sabi niya, okay, so yeah, mag-focus ka na lang sa pagtuturo kasi mahirap naman talaga. And I know, class, it's only a matter of time na mga susunod sa akin, maraming susunod din na magre-resign as designee. Hindi naman resign sa PUP totally, pero resign as designation lang. Okay? So there, I hope they can still able um, to survive that kind of workload, which is really difficult. Okay, so ngayong araw, yun yung ano, kasi time na nag-resign na. Okay? So you can expect now that I can meet you every meeting already up until the end of the semester, since I don't have any more work. I'm not required to go to the office every day anymore. So work from home setup na tayo. And so there. Okay, so let's start now the discussion. So our topic for today's session is okay, share screen. Wait one moment, please. Gulo siya. Okay, view. So this is what we will be talking for today's session, class. Learning Management System, LCMS, Learning Content Managing System, and Computer as a Tool in LMS. So we'll talk about basic muna, tech in education. So basically, this is just using any tools that use, of course, electronics device in education, integrating any electronic devices in education for increased comprehension and practical skills and presentation skills. So we'll talk about the basic again, input sources in ICT tools. So input source, of course, we know what is input, anything that is providing input into the mainframe computer. Okay, so from your keyboard, from your microphone, anything that provide input information to the computer. Then output is anything that you are actually able to see that delivers it. For example, speaker, projector, monitor, display. Okay, and the combination of those, we can categorize that as others, which is combined input and actually the output. For example, a touchscreen display, it combines input and output. So that's just the three basic categories in ICT tools: input, output, and if it's combination of two, then we can categorize that as the others. Okay. So what is a learning management system? So we talk about the e-commerce platform, social media platform, interactive platform. Now we'll talk about the different types of learning management system. So learning management, of course, is the capacity to achieve learning outcomes in all learners and based on the notion of design with intent. So we created a learning management system with the intent of to have a hub or one place where you do everything about learning. Okay, so it's like a social media but for schools. So a software package that enables the management and delivery of learning content and resources to students. So it's a software. Okay, so we are very much aware of what is a software already, and its purpose is to deliver, okay, learning content and resources to the students. So very easy. That's just a idea of a learning management system. LMS, and most are web-based. Okay, so anytime, anywhere, you can access the content in the LMS that is uploaded by the teacher. So what is not an LMS? So it doesn't create content. So we can say that we can improvise of by simply posting something, a content in a particular platform. For example, um, yung ginagawa namin dati is Yahoo Groups. So yeah, the idea is there that you post the learning in Yahoo Groups, but it's not really a full-fledged LMS just yet. Okay, because it doesn't have an option to, it doesn't function that you put a create content entirely exclusively in that particular platform. And does it ensure training success? Meaning that a Yahoo Groups before that we are using is, of course, it does not trace, okay, automatically how many students are logged in into that particular platform, how many students submitted. So it needs a lot of intervention from the teacher. Okay, so we are comparing a a group function of Yahoo Group to an LMS. Kasi yung parang yung Yahoo Groups is the predecessor of LMS. So we can say that. Okay, won't replace instructors. Okay, because in LMS class, you can just simply upload there the learning, and the students will independent, okay, in their learning once they have that uploaded the learning resources in LMS. So there it's independent, because the idea of LMS is you being independent, okay, as a student. So components of LMS, okay, basically this is the criteria of learning management system where no standards, meaning that of course it is not confined to a particular topic only. Okay, there's a lot of things you can do inside the learning management system. The common features of learning management system are you can create your class roster, okay, and control over registration process and the ability to create a waiting list. So you have an option to do that in a learning management system. Upload and management of documents containing curricular content. Delivery of course content over web-based interface, most often allowing remote participation by instructor or pupil. So given at a class, once it's a web-based, you can access it anywhere, anytime you want, remotely, of course. Creation of publication of course calendar. So you can just simply, pag tapos mo na yung learning resources for this semester, you can just simply click in just one click, i-up mo lang, up. Nandun na kagad yun sa next batch ng students that will use it. So interaction between and among students such as instant messaging, email, and discussion forum. So yun, it has the option to, it's like a social media, but for students and teachers and also parents. Okay, so you have an option to create your own digital in-game in that particular LMS. Satisfy goals relating to knowledge management and performance evaluation, such as, okay, automatic enrollment, and reminders for mandatory courses. So you just need to put there what are your target goals for that particular month or quarter or semester. So option for manager access such as approved materials or participation. Okay, as you can see here, class, it says manager because it's not really just for students and teachers. LMS is used in a variety of industries such as yun nga, different industries such as sa BPO, sa call center industry. Magamit sila ng learning management system. Even yung mga bumbero, yung mga police, okay, mga Philippine National Police, BFP are using learning management system. So of course, instead of saying teacher can access it, but also managers are doing it. Managers sa mga fast food, Jollibee, McDonald's, they have their learning management system. So integration with human resource system for tracking employment, eligibility, performance goals, and similar corporate priorities. Okay, and also since different industries are using it, it is very convenient for HR department, okay, to track what are the progress of their employee. For example, every month in our company before, we are taking a 30 item like a grammar quiz. Okay? Kasi sa BPO kami nag-work. So yung mga SBA, subject verb agreement, pero kami 30 item quiz yan every month. SBA. Tapos syempre kapag yung nakuha mong score for that particular month, yung SBA lang, very basic subject verb agreement, 30 item quiz every month. Kapag nasa 19 over 30, so hindi ka naka 80%, which is the goal of the HR. So may tendency na lagyan ka ng it will be taken against you. Demerit. Okay, kausapin ka, oh, what happened here? Ano nangyari sa sa basic grammar mo? Ba't bumaba yung score mo? Dapat 80%, dapat at least 26 yung over 30 yung grade mo. Something like that. And it is integrated to the HR. Next, control over access and class grouping according to a number of metrics such as geography, involvement in a particular project or levels of security clearance. Okay, so before in our company also, we have tier 1, okay, tier 1, tier 2, then tier 3. Of course, if the learning management system or the quizzes that you are going to take is categorized on your tier level. So we have that function also is present in learning management system. Okay, so advantages of learning management system, able to add a level of efficiency to learning system. Being efficient than being manually doing it everything. Kaya it's more efficient kasi isang app mo lang, makakita ka agad ng mga students mo yung mga resources mo for the previous semester. Easy adapting and reusing materials over time. So ito yun. You can just simply reuse it. And the longer you use a learning management system and the more convenient it will become to you as a teacher. So probably right now, hindi pa siya ganun karampant for you as a student. But once you become a teacher, most likely, it would be impossible not to use learning management system anymore. Next, more choices for creators of curriculum. Method of delivery, design of materials, techniques for evaluation. So it's very easy also to extract data. Okay, so just one click of a button, the curriculum designer will already have a data pertaining what are those interests of their students. Okay, are the students more interested in arts or in mathematics? So they have the data in just one click of a button that will give them a brief summary of the interests of the students. And in return, that will reflect to the curriculum because the curriculum designer will take that. Okay, the students are most likely to attend class if they have this as prerequisites, etc. It will help the curriculum designer. Next, creating economies of scale that make it less costly for organization to develop and maintain content for which they use to rely on third party. So not just as class, even though our learning management system is not that utilized in PUP, so pwede natin sabihin na it's our very own, okay, learning management system, yung e-Mabini portal ng PUP. But it's really a third party learning management system still. Nilagyan lang natin ng ano yun, PUP skin. Pero kapag yung sa UST, sa different schools, yun din yung interface nila. Because of the third party partnership that we have. Okay? So third party yung nagpo-provide ng learning management sa PUP. We'll just put our brand on it, which is PUP. So mostly class, maraming third party na company na nagpo-provide ng learning management system. For example, Oracle or Cisco, meron silang department that provides learning management system for every industries. Pwedeng sa sa hospitality management, sa Philippine Airlines, sa Cebu Pacific, sa To-Go, yung mga maritime industries, mga nagtinetest ng mga seaman, okay, sa learning management system yun. So here's an example of a learning management system, the Moodle. Stands for Modular Object-Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. And actually, I have a video here, a short clip. Just a second. Share sound. Show all windows. Okay. No, not that. One moment. Ayaw basahin ng dapat Windows Media Player lang. Ito. Share sound. Okay.
Moodle is a free online learning management system that enables educators to create their own private website filled with dynamic courses that extend learning anytime, anywhere. You can install Moodle for free on your own server or ask a Moodle partner to help set up a site for you. Once it's running, you can easily create online courses using our hundreds of built-in features. Upload your content, add gradable assignments and quizzes, and then add collaborative activities like forums, wikis, or glossaries to make online learning scalable, effective, and fun. Because our code is truly open source, you can further tailor your site with a huge variety of community-produced plugins or create your own new features. The Moodle platform is robust with over 10 years of development behind it. And today, more than 70,000 universities, corporations and schools in over 200 countries and 100 languages trust Moodle for their online learning needs. Moodle. Powerful free tools to help you educate the world. Learn more at moodle.com.
Okay, can you give me a thumbs up, class, if you've heard about Moodle before that video, right at this moment? Kasi Neil lang ang nakarinig na ng Moodle. Okay, let's play all the video so we can ito na, wait lang. Share.
Ever wonder why it's so hard to manage your daily teaching tasks? Even with all the available technology? You might be overwhelmed. using one system to post assignments, another to record grades, and yet another to maintain your calendar, all while relying on email to communicate. Well, now there's a simple way to manage your classroom. Schoology streamlines your workload without slowing you down, so you can spend less time administering your tools and more time teaching, communicating, and collaborating. And it's free. Schoology lets you organize your courses, post content for your students, and track due dates to easily manage your schedule. You can increase student engagement by hosting interactive discussions and grade your students on their participation. Your students can even take online tests and quizzes directly within the platform, allowing for immediate scoring and analysis. Schoology makes collecting homework easier than ever. Students can submit their assignments into an online Dropbox, where you can provide one-on-one feedback and track revisions. Student activity is automatically captured, saving you time as you record grades, manage attendance, and assess student performance. The secure platform connects classrooms for shared learning, whether they're across the country or around the world. It also facilitates professional learning communities, providing a forum for the sharing of resources and ideas, as well as private teacher-to-teacher communications. It supports learning beyond classroom walls and long after the dismissal bell. It's more than just a teaching tool. Schoology's an entire toolbox. So why not sign up for your free account today? Schoology. Learn together.
Okay, and the last video for LMS. Just a second. One moment. All right, so this is it.
I think it is important to make school fun. And when school is fun, you don't get kids waking up in the morning and say, "Oh, do I have to come to school again?" So we embrace technology because it helps us make learning more engaging. I believe that when kids are engaged, when kids are interested, that's where learning.
The kids are really from a very different world now. And really to reach out to the kids, you need to be savvy with technology. If you're not savvy with technology, you're going to lose the kids in the school.
What you want to do right now is, think of the Socratic questions.
Ngee Ann Secondary School is a typical school in Singapore where we take in students with different academic abilities, and we have about 1,512 students in this school, and they all come from the neighborhood. We get students from the age of 13 to about 16. Many students want to come to this school because of its strong program, especially in the use of ICT, Infocom technology. And the teachers here are known to produce very good teaching materials and very innovative teaching ideas to engage the students in the classrooms.
In the early 1990s, the teachers really are the monopoly of knowledge, and they are the one that comes to the class to deliver that knowledge so that the students can acquire them. But today, knowledge is no more a monopoly among the teachers, because students can get knowledge from a myriad of sources. And hence, the role of the teacher today is facilitation. That means facilitate students where they could get the right knowledge, how they could synthesize them, how they could discern the information that they get.
Velocity is defined as the rate of change of distance with time. Is it true or false? So I want you to tweet me your answer. So this is how you tweet. This is the format that you need to tweet. So you put in @ vote by tweet 1.
We look at technology very meaningfully, and we see how can we leverage this technology to make a very significant impact in the classroom instruction. I'll give you an example. In a classroom of 40, it is really impossible to get 40 students to ask 40 questions at one go. When we use the instant messaging tool, we open 40 windows to 40 kids. They could ask 40 questions at the same time, and the teacher could see their thinking on the technology tool that they use. And kids get more excited because they are using the tools that they are very, very good in using, not just the pen and the pencil.
Okay, so same thing, we will have 2 students to every terminal. If you have any issues with the terminals, raise your hand and I'll come to you. Okay? Up, let's go. What the students are doing is they are currently exploring this Second Life art gallery which the school has set up. Okay, and the works that are shown in this gallery is actually made up of local works that have been done by local artists. First of all, the online platform is very, very useful because it's something that really engages the students. They will be chatting with one another, okay, about the works using the elements of art, principles of design, as well as reading other students' comments as well. If they would like to, they can actually leave notes for other students to read.
Web 2.0 world with Wiki, with your Facebook, your blogs, you find that, that it's a very participatory culture. It calls for a lot of collaboration. They no longer become just a consumer of knowledge. They actually produce knowledge.
What are the important things that you have discovered so far?
The election, they are outdated.
And the tendency to lose direction.
I find that students themselves are often on Facebook. So instead of looking at them and looking at Facebook as a distraction, I would rather use it to engage them. They even, like when they're stuck with certain question, they post up the question to the class, and you see responses, and they are learning from each other, which I think it's better because there's more motivation, intrinsic motivation for them to learn, rather than okay, I tell you to do this and I tell you to do that.
I would say that the teachers in this school, myself included, we scan the globe for best practices.
Now, follow that URL. It will lead you to a Google form. Okay? Using that Google form, I want you to key down some of the things that will help you.
We are in the process of watching a model lesson that's being run by my colleague here, and the whole process of us watching the lesson is to gain some kind of points from her lesson and also to provide our feedback. We discuss it to come up with a better lesson, because definitely learning grows with sharing and communication, and there's definitely scope for improvement for any lesson.
Alright, first of all, I understand that the purpose of this Skype session, we want to confirm the suitability of the pretest. Is this the common agenda that we have?
Yes, the common agenda.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay. Maybe we can think about is if we give it to the children as is, some of them might actually come up with the idea of the steepness of the slope.
There's always something new to learn. You're never at a standstill. You're always moving ahead, pushing boundaries, trying to discover new things, new ways of teaching. So it's exciting because even if the pedagogy is sound, there's always a technology that's always challenging us, and we always have to find new ways to connect with the kids and to challenge them.
So I think we do look at how the world has changed, and teaching cannot stay stagnant. So the teachers recognize the fact that they cannot teach the same way they were taught 10, 20 years ago, that they have to be very adaptive in their methods. And when they do that well, they know they are going to engage the kids. And when you engage the kids, that is where real learning takes place.
Okay, so there actually it is a learning management system. We can say that it is a significant factor that in the ecosystem of education. Okay, together with gamification, okay, learning management system. If you integrate that to the ecosystem of education, and that will, the more efficient way of delivering it. Okay? So kung nakikita natin dun sa video, di ba, integrating learning management system into gamification, or even they have their own avatar in game, the Second Life game. Have you played that game, class? The Second Life? It's like a sim. So hindi nyo na-era yun. Pero before Friendster era, merong game na ano, yun nga, Second Life. That you have your own avatar, that you can walk around, chat with other people. So why not integrate that into learning management system and education itself, so that the ecosystem, okay, will be more efficient. So let's go back to the okay. So it's about the Moodle. It's a free source e-learning software platform, and LCMS mixed with content management system and learning management system. So we have also an idea of CMS or content management system, but slowly they are integrating it to LMS para all-encompassing term na yung learning management system. So dati kasi merong CMS and meron LCMS and LMS. So tatlo yun sila, content management system, LCMS, learning content management system, and LMS. But right now, it's all about learning management system na lang. Okay, developed to help educators to create online dynamic websites for their students. Requires to be installed on the web server, either on your site or at a web hosting company. So some learning management system class have an option to be accessed without internet connection. So dun lang sa local area network, yung particular company sila accessible for for intellectual property concerns. So ayaw naman natin di ba? Mag-leak yung mga herbs and spices ng KFC. Kasi naka-upload online yung learning management system ng KFC. Okay? So baka ma-access ng hacker, mag-leak yung herbs and spices. So the idea is like that. Okay? May learning management system na accessible lang doon sa one particular site there. Yeah, correct. So there, let's proceed. So learning management system, LCMS. So let's compare LCMS to LMS. So when we say LMS, the thing that we know, it's a platform for managing people, experiences of students or trainees as they interact with e-learning. While LCMS, platform for managing content creation, a more complex platform meant for developing content used in e-learning programs. Okay, so we can think of it that LMS, okay, is a read-only type of learning management system, while LCMS is the one that you create the actual content inside the LCMS. But they already merged these two. Hindi na common yung maka-encounter ka ng LCMS because they integrated the LCMS function to LMS already. Okay? So assumption that this is the content has already been created, and emphasis is the ability for developers to create material. So yun. So ito, yung LMS is a read-only access, while the LCMS is the you are able to create parang kung sa cellphone is na jailbreak na yung learning management system. Okay? So you have a full access, na root na yung smartphone. Kumbaga sa smartphone. So common features, registering sa LMS, participants, tracking activity, gauging progress through online coursework. So this is very common feature of an LMS. And interaction with existing class list to track participation and for reporting outcomes, tool for analytics and performance management. So yun yung mga feature ng LMS. Now, proceed tayo sa LCMS. Common feature ng LCMS, focus on creating, developing, and managing content for online course. Multi-user environment allowing several developers to interact and exchange tools. Learning object repository contain learning materials. Okay, so this is what the third-party LMS provider. Okay, kung isa kang company na you provide LMS services, therefore, it is learning content management system, LCMS. Okay, so yun nga, nagpo-provide nito are Google, Oracle, and yung different IT companies. Okay, they are creating LMS for different industries. For example, even yung mga agencies, we have, so sa office namin, kasi nga sa office namin is the Disaster Resilience Institute. So we deals about different disaster. So yung ka-partnership namin doon is OCD, Office of Civil Defense. So Office of Civil Defense ng Pilipinas, OCD, Philippines. So they have this learning management system. Actually, I can demonstrate it if possible. Yeah, I can walk you through to it. But there are different courses offering there. Okay, sa Office of Civil Defense. Parang ano na yun, military grade type na mga training yung pinoprovide nila doon. Okay, so that's just the difference between LMS and LCMS. LCMS, this is where the content is created. So third-party LMS provider are doing it. While LMS, this is the for everyone to use. Okay, so LCMS for developers and LMS is for the user, the end user, which is us, employees, students, trainees, managers, teachers, etc. So which one do you need? So of course, for us, we just need the LMS. The C in LCMS actually stands for content, but in reality, LMS and LCMS are both concerned with content. If you need to create it, then go with LCMS. But as I mentioned, and they already merged, the LMS has now an option for you to create content in it. Okay, LMS is focused on managing how individuals participate in e-learning programs, and LCMS is concerned with how content for e-learning is created. So probably it's good for us also, since we are a teacher, to know how LCMS works, on how to create content for the LMS. An organization that has its own trainers and coaches should consider an LCMS, allowing these individuals to convert their existing knowledge into training materials. Organization content to purchase off-the-shelf components should choose an LMS. And ano to, class, sobrang ang daming very potent or very lucrative, okay, yung ma-involve sa paggawa ng LMS. Why is that? There is one faculty in PUP, inano siya, parang kinontrata siya, yun nga. Gagawa siya ng content for a particular learning management system. And alam niyo ba kung magkano yung bayad sa kanya? Sa pag-create lang ng content para i-upload sa learning management system, more than 1 million pesos, 1.2 million yung nakakontrata sa kanya para mag-create ng content for that particular learning management system. Kasi expert siya sa field na yun. So, yun. So, create this. Pero kasi class, yung 1.2 million na yun, barya lang yun sa mga third-party LMS provider. For example, this particular company, let's say, XYZ company, they have partnership with STI or AMA or Cebu Pacific or Philippine Airlines. So probably in 1 year, if they support the learning management system of the company, abot ng mga hundreds of millions yun, just to provide learning management to the employees. So yun, it's really a lucrative industry. So in choosing LMS, it is important for organization to consider how it plans to deliver training materials to students and trainees and employees. So yun. And there are, class, nakakatawa dati, di ba may nag-viral na yung mga police nasa computer shop. Parang sa Mineski ata sila yung mga police. Tapos parang ginawa ng caption na parang naglalaro muna ng, Dota or habang naka-duty kasi naka-uniform sila tapos nasa loob sila ng computer shop. Yung pala class, yung yung context ng picture na yon is nagsasagot sila ng LMS. So of course, kumbaga, kinuha nilang yung venue. Okay, dito tayo sa for the whole day magsasagot tayo ng learning management system. Yun, para ma-update yung mga knowledge natin. So yun. So LMS pala yung ginagawa ng mga kapulisan doon sa computer shop na yun. Hindi sila naglalaro. Actually, nag-aaral sila. So types of LMS, we have free and commercial. Okay. So obviously, free is free and commercial cost money. And since source code is open, it can be modified, customizable for each organization. Customizable but to a limited content. So yun nga, it's user dependent yung free. Okay, it's like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It is nothing without its user. Okay, so parang Web 2.0 framework na the user is the one that give life to that particular platform. So yun yung free, yun yung strength ng free. The reason why there are not open source is because yun nga, yung LCMS, the developer, provides already a set of learning management system to each company na offer nila, customizable, na bibigay nila yung content do sa company na yun. Then, bibili ng company or organization to use to train their employees. Okay. So tend to be more complicated. So there, kasi nga, free is a user-centric type of experience. So most likely, there are times na the content is overwhelming since everyone can upload content to it. And commercial, it is accessible offline. Pwede mo siyang i-access lang sa loob ng company nyo and easier to implement. So free, since millions yung user ng platform na yun, kapag may, there are support can be sometimes difficult to achieve. Okay, mga magte-take pa ng 72 to 3 to 5 days before you get an answer if there's something that you want to ask. Sa sa commercials, syempre may bayad siya. It has a 24/7 customer service if that something happened in your LMS that was provided to you. Okay, now here are the other two types of LMS, installed tsaka software as a service or SaaS. Installed, ability to individualize and customize their LMS, while SaaS, cloud-based, offers more flexible in terms of scaling up or down. So yun nga, it mostly the installed type of LMS ay yung mga may bayad, okay, contracted. Kasi i-install niya sa computer nila. Then nagre-revolve na doon yung mga pag-aaralan. Parang sa company namin, sa call center, our LMS there are installed. Okay? So it's not accessible outside the company. So yun. While cloud-based is of course like Moodle, Schoology, it's accessible to outside the company. Next, local IT staff can administer the system, handle support and customization and scalability. Okay, because since it is installed mostly in our company, kapag sila yung in-house yung support. Okay, pag may mali dito, punta ka lang sa So second floor, punta mo yung IT. Okay, hindi updated yung ano nangyari dito. So very localized yung IT support. And since yung software as a service uploaded sa cloud, pag may nag-down, so it's really hard to, we just wait. Okay, dependent tayo sa back support ng particular LMS na yun. And of course, since hindi siya naka-upload in one particular location, so you can, it is intended for maramihang gamit. Okay, so it's like for millions of users. So there types of LMS, course creating. So LMS is simply a tool to distribute content. Course content must be created in the LCMS. So there are LMS nga, before the idea of LMS is to just distribute content. And kapag create ka ng content is LCMS. So again, as I mentioned, they already merged the LCMS and LMS. You can now create content in LMS. And some do come with some authoring tools allowing designers to create unique content. So of course, yung SaaS or cloud-based LMS is accessible to a lot of people, so they can create their own content to it. So vendor, meaning the third-party LMS provider, offers separate course creation tools. Okay, so you can integrate other tools then, not just focusing on the particular tools. For example, you can integrate Schoology has an option to integrate Microsoft Productivity or Windows Office program. Okay, so it's possible to integrate other software tools to the actual LMS. So some others rely on third-party course materials. So yun nga, sa academe, kapag may specialty ka, it's possible na tratahin ka ng mga different companies to create module for them. So here are the different types of learning management system. So Litmos, iSpring, Moodle, Edmodo, online learning and training, or OLAT lang. Crawler, LMS, Blackboard, Schoology, Contenido, Turnitin. So Turnitin isa to sa may partnership ang PUP. Okay, familiar ba kayo sa Turnitin class? Kaya pag gumagawa ng thesis, you just upload it to Turnitin. So it's like an LMS but for research. I think nasa millions din yung binabayaran ng PUP dyan sa Turnitin. So Cambridge LMS, then Blackboard, Computer Assisted Learning, or CAL. So those are the different types of learning management system. So here, the Schoology, which I showed you a while ago. It is another type of LMS. Which the interface of it, kung napansin nyo, is like Facebook, which is really a social networking service and virtual learning environment. So cloud-based siya, hindi siya installed type of LMS. So you can access it anywhere. Kasi nga yung installed type of LMS, characteristic ng installed is not free. Bayad yung installed. So kabaliktaran ito ng cloud-based. Provides tools needed to manage an online classroom. Okay. So Schoology redefined traditional LMS by providing a collaborative blended learning experience, versatile education platform that streamlines content management, enables improvement through collective effort, and engaging digital native with technology. So ito, I think if Schoology is really want to cater to the digital native. So when we say digital native is of course the type of students, yung Gen Z, okay? They were born with smartphone in their hands. Okay, there was never a point in their life that they don't have gadget. So that's what you mean by digital natives. I'm sure you know that. Any students, kayo class, you were born year 2000 onwards. So nung nagkamalay kayo, meron na kayong gadget na hawak. So they have a teacher tool, global communities, of course. So it's international, so everyone is using it. Comprehensive analytics, yan, for curriculum developer. It's just one click of a button. It will provide data. So integration platform, open access. API makes Schoology more versatile, allowing third-party technologies to seamlessly integrate into a single platform for convenience and scalability. Now, class, I'm not familiar with what does API stands for, but we can just simply Google it. Alam niyo ba, class? I forgot the meaning of API. Just a second. By the way, class, nag-lunch na ba kayo? Nag-dinner na ba kayo?
Hindi pa po.
Gutom na kayo?
API, sir, parang interface din ata yan.
Kaya. Open Access API. So nakalimutan ko to eh. Wait lang. Yeah, correct. It's like a GUI. So application programming interface. So yeah, you can integrate. May GUI siya ng mga programming languages. So that's what it means. Okay, Open Access API makes Schoology more versatile. Kasi pag programmer ka, gumamit ka ng Schoology, automatic yung Schoology from LMS, pagiging LCMS siya. Okay, kasi nga, it has an interface of a programming language. Okay, for an example of a programming language, yung pinaka-basic is yung Visual Basic, C++, Python. So those are programming languages. And it is integrated in Schoology. So kung programmer ka, it will be very easy for you to use, to create content to Schoology. Okay, mobile apps grant teachers and students the freedom to manage their course anytime. So given na to sa mga cloud-based LMS. You can access it anywhere, anytime. Kasi yung mga installed LMS, hindi mo ma-access anywhere. Sa ano lang siya, sa premise lang siya ng business niyo. For example, yung Convergence, yun, yung mga LMS nila, doon mo lang pwedeng i-access sa loob ng Convergys, yung nag-merge sa Concentrix, something like that. So being mobile, limited class time can no longer limit on education. So yun nga, obviously, since you don't have access 24/7, so wala nang from 6 to 9 mo lang siya ma-access, you can access anytime. So for curriculum management, connected nature of interface facilities unique curriculum management. So very easy for curriculum designer, one click of a button, they have the data, utilizes standards compatible content creation, sharing, and tracking. So global learning community, okay, we can partner with other countries, advanced analytics. So those are the provide teachers and administrators with critical information for optimizing educational strategies based on hard facts, which is, of course, lahat ng pag-aaralan ng sa Schoology is updated since it is cloud-based, integrated online. Empower teachers, give tools and connection to engage students more efficiently, improve educational effectiveness on both large and small scale. Okay, so actually yun lang, class. Let's just continue next meeting. Okay, so at least nakapag-snack ka, Albert. Okay, so that would be all for this session, class. Let's just continue discussing next week. Okay, for attendance, open your webcam so we can take a picture. Okay, let's have the rainbow icon. Since it's Pride Month, okay, let's have the rainbow icon. Alam niyo ba paano i-access yan? Okay. So, pakita naman kayo guys. Catherine, Cassandra, Hazel, Kay, Joanna. Okay. Sige, let's have a picture. Rainbow icon in 1, 2, 3, and smile. Okay. So thank you guys and goodbye.
Thank you, sir. Dinner well po. Happy weekend.
Ask ko lang po.
Yes.
May question po.
Yung submission po ng website.
Ano, walang submission yun. I-access ko lang, di ba? Ano ko lang. So tiny URL. Make sure ipasok niyo siya sa tiny URL. And huwag kayong magtata-typo para makita ko. Okay? So, bye-bye.
Bye-bye po, sir. Happy weekend.
Thanks, Neil. Goodbye, everyone.